So today's video is going to be a full face of Nip and Fab makeup. So this is all first impressions apart from the foundation, which I have already reviewed, and I will link that video below if you want to check it out. But let's just jump into it because this is going to be so long. So the first product I actually got as a little tester in my Birchbox. So this is the Nip and Fab softener. So it's a Kale moisturiser. So we're just going to apply that all over the face first. Smells nice and fresh. It smells like Kale a little bit. So my skin does feel nice and soft, a bit sticky but nothing too bad. Obviously that might be good for the foundation. So the next product we have is the eyebrow pencil. So I have the shade Ash Blonde. So when you peel it off you get this side. So it comes in a slanted product, so like the Anastasia eyebrow definer, and then obviously on the other side you get a spoolie as well, which is quite a chunky spoolie. So let's just sort of do this. I'm just going to brush up the eyebrows first. I've never used anything like this before. I usually tend to go for like little diddy ones. It does feel nice and soft. It's coming on really well. Probably could have gone for a darker shade, to be honest. Okay, so that was actually really nice to apply. Super soft, so I'm just going to do the other eyebrow quickly. Okay, so brows are finished and I'm really impressed with the brow product. I think it's really, really nice. So they don't do eyeshadow primer, not that I know of anyway, so I'm just going to take their concealer. So this is in shade 05. I'm just going to put that all over the lids. Comes like this and it looks like a little pump, so you have to like push it to get the product to come through, which can be quite annoying, to be honest. That blended out really well. So we're going to go into the eyeshadow palette. So this is the eyeshadow palette I picked up. So this is Sculpted. So you open it up, if I can open it, and these are the colours you get. So I will insert swatches of all the colours for you as well. So you get 4, 8, 12 eyeshadows and you get 2 shimmers and then the rest are matte. Personally, I would like just like maybe 1 or 2 extra shimmers in there, but that's obviously all your personal preference. So I'm just going to set the lids. I'm actually going to take this like yellowy shade. So the next shade that we're going to use is Suede, which is this shade up here in the corner. So I'm just going to use this as a transition colour. Do get a little bit of fallout, but you know, that's eyeshadow for you. So I'm just going to throw that in the crease. That's a really nice transition shade, easy to blend, looks really, really pretty. So moving on from that, I'm going to take, I don't know what shade, I know I want to use this purple colour, I think. I'm going to actually take just, I want something a little bit darker than that. So I'm going to take, so green, I'm going to take this shade here, which is Biscuit, I think. And just deepen up the crease a little bit with that. I'm not really sure how I feel about this colour. I feel like I can't get pigment, especially like in this part of my crease. It just doesn't want to sit there, but it's sitting in the outer corner just fine. It's almost, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a big gap. And like product just doesn't want to sit there, so I don't know if it's the concealer or if it's the product, but it's just like taken away my transition colour that I've just placed down, and it just doesn't want to sit right on it. I'm just going to go back in with the transition. Okay, I'm skipping that shade, I don't like it. So I'm going to take this bottom shade down here. Okay, it's not my favourite so far, but we're just going to make it work. So I'm going to take this bottom purple shade and put this in the outer corner, which is In Vogue. So I'm going to take this shade up here, which is Monroe, so we're just going to pack that all over the lid. Then I'm going to take this darker shade at the bottom, which is called Chocolate, and I'm just going to push this along the lower lash line. It's definitely not the best eyeshadow look. Everything just sort of doesn't want to stay on my eyelid. Like, I can see gaps, and it's like when I place product down and blend, it just wants to blend away. Like, I can see like white bits of patches on my eye, like nothing wants to stick to it. So I'm not too impressed with the eyeshadow palette so far, but the shimmer shade is really, really pretty. I just don't know why it's like just doesn't want to stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish up the other eye, and then we'll be back to do the skin. So now that we've finished off that eye, I'm going to go into a primer. So this is literally Bare. It's the only primer they have, I think. I know they have priming water as well. So it just looks like a moisturiser more or less. So let's just put this all over. It doesn't really feel sticky. Just, I don't know, just feels like hydrated really. So what I like to do is I like to go in with concealer and then put foundation on top. But obviously I will go add more concealer after the foundation. So I have obviously this concealer in shade 5. I also have the colour correcting one in lavender, which I have tried, but I mix with other concealers, so like I don't really have an opinion on it. It just lightens the concealer. So I'm just going to go in with this first just to see how this looks. This was the lightest shade they had, pretty gosh down yellow. So I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to take this Real Techniques, I think it's like the Deluxe Crease Brush, but it's really nice for blending out concealer. So that blended out really well. Maybe it just sort of looks like it just blends in with my skin tone. So maybe I should have added a bit of the purple, but I just can't be bothered to do that now. So we're going to go into the liquid highlighter. So this is in the shade White Gold. So I'm just going to add this to the high point so it comes in like a dropper. Yeah, I've applied way too much. Oh, so it will just be the Tin Man. Just wanted a little bit of luminosity under the foundation. So the foundation I have is in shade 05, and like I said, I've already done it. So we're just going to whiz through this and move on to more skin product. So moving on again to concealer. So I'm going to mix a bit of the purple in with it just because it looks so light. So I'm just going to add like a dot here. So I feel like the purple concealer definitely did lighten it a little bit, but under my eyes I can just see everything still. Like as I'm getting older, I swear I'm getting more dark circles, and it's still there, like I can still see it. Which obviously I don't want it to sort of be there, I want it to be gone, and it's just at the moment looking like Dark Circle City. Foundation, my thoughts haven't really changed so far. Everything, I didn't really like it. It was like, it was like in between. Like I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it either. But yeah, I still feel the same way about it. Like when I look at it on my skin, I'm just like, oh wow, like I look amazing. So we are going to set everything in place. So I have the contour palette. So this is in Light. So I'm going to take a mix of the banana. I think that's a shimmery one, that one there. That one's really soft. Is it shimmery? Don't think it is, but it looks like it's got glitter in the pan. So I don't know if it's a highlight or if it's a powder, but I'm just going to mix these two and set the under eyes and all the other places. Powders are powders. They look nice on the skin. Nothing cakey. My under eyes are looking horrendous. Look like just really dry under there, but I usually do go with a setting spray, and that sort of like helps everything sort of mesh together kind of thing. So I might have to do that for the under eyes because it just looks so bad. For contour, I don't know what one to take. This looks really like grey, so might take a little bit of this one and then just add a little bit of this one after. That's actually a really nice shade. I'm just going to take a angled brush and just add a little bit of this colour just to sort of give it a little bit more warmth. I really like that contour palette. It was really nice. So far so good with that one. So moving on, we're going to go into the blush palette now. So this is a 4 quad palette. This is in the like palette's called Blushed. I don't know what shade to take. This one looks like it's got a little bit of glitter on it. Maybe it's like a bit sheeny. It looks like they've all got little bits of glitter in it actually, to be honest. I'm going to take this shade up here in the top. So this is Cocktail. That's a really nice shade. Looks really nice on the skin, really sort of flushed. Nothing too pigmented, but nothing not, you know. Like the middle of it. I really like that blush. That was really pretty. So moving back onto highlighter, I'm going to apply a little bit of a liquid highlighter. So just going to go back into that white gold shade. I'm literally going to add a dab on my finger and just like pat it. That's really pretty. I love a liquid highlighter. Like, I'm always a sucker for it. So we're going to move on to the highlighting palette. So you get 6 shades in here. So this is in the like overall palette. It's called Stroboscopic. I think that's how you pronounce it. Everything will obviously be in the bottom bar. I'm going to take this yellow shade, is really screaming to me, but with this pink highlighter, I think I'm going to go into this top shade up here and just add a little bit of this on top. It's really nice. Just going to add a little bit of this shade instead to my crease. Not my crease, my brow bone. I feel like the liquid highlighter done a good job of bringing that to be beaming, because underneath the brow bone it's not looking too shimmery, but yeah. We're going to put some on the inner corners as well. Yeah, I'm going to do that now before I finish up the eyes. So I'm just going to take that on the same brush. So moving back onto the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take... I'm actually going to take this shade that I haven't used yet, just on a little brush. I'm just going to put that on the lower lash line. So we're going to apply a eye pencil. So this is in the shade Nude. So you twist it up, and it's actually got a nice little point to it. So I'm just going to... That's a really nice nude shade. Really like that. Nice and creamy. We'll see how obviously it wears throughout the day as well. So I'm going to apply mascara. So this is literally just a black mascara. Let's see how it wears. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to take this mirror so I can get a bit closer. That's a really good mascara. Hopefully it can hold my curls. I don't know if you can see my eyelashes. This is how curled they look at the moment, but usually with non-waterproof mascaras my eyelashes drop really fast. So I'm going to do the other eye and then we're going to see if this is still hold its curl. So the other mascara is on and already my lashes have dropped. This is what tends to happen with all mascaras that I use, but I love how like my bottom lashes are looking, like they just look super like long and black. I'm really impressed. It's just a shame that they can't hold a curl, but that's just my eyelashes. Like that's just what happens. So for lipstick today, I have 6 shades to pick from. So I will insert swatches of my lips of all the shades that I have. I think I'm going to wear Red Velvet just because I want to see how it wears throughout the day and if it's this nice red colour, even though I want to wear a nude. So the first shade that I'm going to try is Toffee. So this is the shade Toffee. So this is the shade Cinnamon. This is the shade Candy. Not my typical sort of colour, very, very nude. Honestly, it was quite hard to get on. Like, you have to layer it up quite a bit, otherwise it just looks patchy. But this is what Candy looks like. This is the shade Pink Lemonade. This was the shade I was most excited about. It's absolutely stunning. It is such a beautiful shade. Just this nice sort of pinky nude. Really, really like this. So this is the shade Marshmallow. I really, really like this. It's sort of a hybrid of a pink and a nude, but yeah, I just really like how this is mixed. Really, really like this shade. So this is the shade Red Velvet, and look at that pigment. That's a really pretty shade, but now that it's dried, it's sort of looking a little bit patchy. So I'm just going to wait for it to dry a minute and see if we can sort of layer it up. So I'm coming at you from my phone because my camera battery decided to die. Obviously, oh, my chin's red because I've been trying to wipe away the lipstick where it sort of fell out of line. But even on the second coat, it's just not opaque, and it's such a shame because it's such a beautiful shade. Obviously I'm going to wear it throughout the day to see how it wears, and I won't be red anymore down here. But I'm so upset that it's just not opaque. Like, the other colours were nice. Candy was a bit meh, but yeah, so upset. But feels nice and matte, doesn't feel very dry or anything. So yeah, we'll do a check-in later on. The check-in time, my phone is in my hands, I don't know why I'm looking for it, but it's basically 12:30. And yeah, we're going to see how everything wears throughout the day and how, if my thoughts change on anything. Go see you in a little bit. Oh, I got it on teeth. No. Look at that. Look how hard that is. I just can't get it off. I need to sort that out. Okay, so the check-in time is basically 5 o'clock. So it's been on for a good couple of hours now. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to run through the products. So, eyebrow pencil. Absolutely love my eyebrows, still look really nice. The primer, I don't think I'm too keen on because my nose looks so cakey, but I don't know if it's the foundation or if it's the primer, and it's like worn off all on here on my nose. So I have to give the primer another go, just in case it was the foundation, because the foundation I didn't really like in the first place. Like, it was alright kind of thing. Concealer, I don't think you can see under my under eyes, but it looks so dry under there, and don't know, I'm not really feeling it. Like, if you want a good drugstore concealer, Makeup Revolution just come up with one and it's absolutely amazing. Eyeshadow palette, honestly, huge fail, didn't like that either. Yet again, Makeup Revolution just bring out like a bunch of new ones for like £4. You get 15 shades, which are really good. So skip on the eyeshadow palette. Mascara hasn't smudged and looks really, really nice. It's just a shame that it doesn't hold a curl. The nude eyeliner, I think, it's just like worn off, but yeah, I actually like that. It was nice and creamy and stuff. Blush still looks really pretty. I'm absolutely in love with the blush palette. Contour palette, I think I'm going to have to play around with that more as well. The highlighting still looks really, really nice. I'm going to have to play with the highlight palette more as well, but I love the liquid illuminating drops. What else? Lipstick. This is freaking horrendous. It's just starting everywhere, and it's not Like, it's like, oh, you hurt your lips, and it's all over my hands. I've had 2 meals, I think, and it's awful. It's all smeared, and this colour was horrendous as well. I just did not like it. But the other nude shades that I tried on were really, really pretty. Maybe it was just this colour that's just not their best, but I think that's everything. So there was a few hits in there and a few misses, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video.